everybody, Laura here. So glad you're joining me today. I've got a festive little project to share with you for Altenew. I'm going to be starting with the Majestic Mistletoe stamp set. So I have this is the smallest little leaf image from the stamp set, and I'm inking it up with bamboo ink. I'm using Altenew inks, which are fabulous, and bamboo is my favorite color. Then I'll take olive, which is a darker shade in that same green color family, and I just inked it up along the edge. So it's kind of a multi-inked gradient result you get. I ink it up twice with olive just to bump up that intensity. I love doing that, especially when you have the Misty, because you know you're going to get that precise impression, but you can really bump up the intensity on the gradient factor. So I'm going to stamp this same image repeatedly around and around, kind of making a circle wreath type shape, if you will. I had a fleeting temptation to make this rainbow, like stamp each leaf in a different color, red, orange, yellow, green. You know, that would be really cool. But I refrained. Sometimes I have to rein in my rainbow urges. Although I think it would look really fantastic, I wanted to keep this a little more traditional Christmas-ish if I could. Although one of these days I might just have to just bite the bullet and try a rainbow mistletoe wreath, you know? So as you can see, I stamped one top, bottom, right, left, and then one in each corner. Easy peasy, nice and consistent. Just how it's almost starting to look like a snowflake. I think you could stamp this in blue and make it a snowflake, but it's kind of a cool shape. Now on my last little stamp there, what I'm going to do is take a circle die, and I'm going to die cut a circle window opening right in the center of my card, and later on when I stamp a sentiment, it's going to frame it, give it that dimension. I'm going to pop it up. And so before I stamp the sentiment, I'm going to add a little detail around the edge of my card, kind of adding a bit of a stenciled background. So I pulled out the grid stencil by Altenew, and I'm just adhering that, and I'm taking fresh lemon ink, and subtly, that was my idea, it was to be subtle. I'm not so sure how subtle it ended up to be in the end, but the initial idea was to be subtle, warm, glowy, holiday Christmas vibe. That's what I was going for. So I went around the edge, trying not to get into the mistletoe leaves, but just around them, you know, just giving it just a little kiss. And then in the corners, just a smidge of orange cream. And that really gives you that bit of gradient in it, because I like to do everything gradient. So the leaves got a bit of gradient, the background's got a touch of gradient glow. So just a little bit in each corner with the orange cream. And then I'll pull back my stencil and you'll see, voila. And then I'll go ahead and lay this over top of a white card base. I'm using Nina Solar White cardstock, and I'm kind of centering my ink blended mistletoe panel so that I can stamp my sentiment right in the center of that circle window opening. I'm using the Happy Holidays stamp set by Altenew, and I'm using a sentiment that says Merry and Bright, inking that up with VersaFine Onyx Black ink. I put some foam tape on the back of my panel, popping that up. Bada boom, bada bing. Last thing to do is embellish. Okay, so here's where I made a compromise with my rainbow urges. I'm using these gorgeous rainbow sparkle jewels by Little Things from Lucy. Now you can't see it, but inside my heart is bursting with little squeals of rainbow happiness joy from these little rainbow sparkle jewels. I love how this was a perfect compromise to satisfy my rainbow craving. And it's festive, it's rainbowy, it's warm and glowy. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you next time.